Hey everyone, I'm Aishwarya and I'm super excited to share AskEllie. So what we've been seeing is, to date, engineering leadership has been using static dashboards that report a variety of different numbers, but then it's your goal to then go and figure out what actually you can do with these numbers, right? But we're changing the entire experience. Here you can essentially dive deeper into any single thing that you're looking for and get real-time charts, explanations, diagrams, any way you slice it or want to understand your data, team's data, right? So a very common one that engineering teams always want to look at is how to reduce the time to merge pull requests, right? So here I went ahead and asked it, and it gave me both the current times as well as inquiries, and if how that's changing week over week, which is great. Cool, I could see this in a dashboard too, but now I want to actually understand what we can do to improve it and dice the information deeper so I can actually find the root cause of the issue, right? So first I asked it to break this down per user. Is there some particular person that's skewing these metrics high? And yes, indeed, you can see me, for example, is the one who's skewing it because I don't write code super actively in our code base anymore. And this is also shown in this chart, right? So you can immediately identify these types of anomalies. But now let's dive a little bit more and understand, okay, based off of this, how exactly is it going to split this up by repository, right? So I asked it here, tell me the time to merge for the last 10 PRs per person. And again, you can go ahead and look at this very granularly and try to understand, are there any patterns in this data, right? So once I looked at this, I was like, okay, instead of me going in, clearly there are a few that are definitely skewing this number up higher. But instead of me looking in deeper, I just asked it, okay, can you now go ahead and group those and identify those key areas and trends for me, right? So that's what it's going to do here. Which PRs fell in those categories? And here you can see tiny trivial changes that stayed open for a long time, docs that changed and lingered. So these are the main ones that are really increasing our time to merge. So now I can go back to the team and say, okay, our time to merge is really being affected by some of these PRs that are not super important, but we're not actually pushing through the pipeline. And you can do this with anything. Our system indexes all of the data on our platform. So anything from code review, code security, docs, team insights, AI code usage, where you are in your sprint, all of those can now be accessed and catered to in real time using the Ellie chat. I can ask it, for example, here, show me the goals and completion status for the sprint. It tells me the code readability score, which of these different goals that we have are actually in progress and where. I can ask it for the highlights from the last sprint. Again, it does this purely with not just text, but also identifying what those main tasks are, what are the PRs and tickets associated with this, along with giving us real-time graphics and visuals. So we're looking to completely change how engineering leaders understand their team and make insights and decisions based on that. So we'd love for you to try out AskEllie today.